guess I could almost say that about any one of our speakers today, but this young lady is a passionate advocate for women's rights and Second Amendment freedoms. Lauren Snyder, she is a civil law paralegal and serves with the attorneys on retainer. You heard from Mark J. Victor earlier. Mark, I guess, would be your boss then, right, Lauren? And she is also at the Attorneys for Freedom law firm. She is the current events chair for the Arizona chapter of Women for Gun Rights. Our booth is just right over here to the left of the stage. I hope everybody's checking that out. And she is a proud member of the Arizona Citizens Defense League and the Ladies of Liberty Alliance. Lauren has also served as the second vice chair, communications director, and elected precinct committeeman of the Arizona Libertarian Party. See, the Second Amendment is for everyone. It is not a partisan issue as much as it has really kind of become that. But if you're a libertarian, you're for what? Freedom, freedom, and by the way, freedom. So, you know, it really does kind of work. But please join me in welcoming to the stage Lauren Liberty Snyder.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today. It is a total honor for me to be here representing Women for Gun Rights. I joined the organization actually at the Second Amendment rally 3 years ago, so it's kind of surreal to be speaking here again. A little bit about Women for Gun Rights. So Women for Gun Rights is a nationwide organization of women that are committed to safeguarding the Second Amendment. We are a nonpartisan, again, because it is not a partisan issue, this affects everyone, a nonpartisan initiative of women from all walks of life. You will meet women from every background, every ethnicity, religion, race, everything. And we're united by our belief that the key to firearm safety and violence prevention is education and not legislation. You can make every single thing in the world illegal, and somebody that's bound and determined to break the law is going to break the law. And it just leaves those law-abiding citizens disarmed. Our main goal is to counter the narrative held by the gun control groups. The anti-gunners know exactly how important the female voice and the female vote is, and they've invested millions of dollars into their cause. And just since 2020, women are actually the largest demographic of new gun owners, so our voice is very powerful in this sphere. We use teal as a visual to counteract the red t-shirts, so you might know of Moms Demand Action. If you've ever been to any of the legislative sessions, you will see they show up in droves. And it's so important to counter that because these women don't speak for all women. Not all women are anti-gun. There are women out there that value the Second Amendment. So I joined Women for Gun Rights back when it was actually called the DC Project back in February of 22. And just a couple of weeks later, I was actually invited by Ms. Cheryl Todd to come and speak at a Senate committee hearing. And it was one of those, it was kind of random. I had the day off. I was like, sure, I'll go speak at a Senate committee hearing. Why not? It was my first time ever doing so. And one of the Moms Demand women was testifying about how, you know, victims of domestic abuse, victims of violence, they shouldn't have to be exposed to firearms. They shouldn't have to be subjected to firearms. And that really made me pretty angry because she didn't speak for me. As somebody that has experienced these things, it's actually why I value and cherish my right to self-defense and to protect myself. So I got up and I didn't really know what I was going to say, and I was just going to wing it. And I actually ended up testifying. The bill was about how you should be able to carry in certain places, especially as a concealed carry permit holder. And I got up and I talked about an experience which was something that I'd never spoken about publicly before, but it was an instance where me being a law-abiding citizen, I left my firearm at home and I was stalked and somebody actually attempted to abduct me. And now you can imagine this is, it was something that I just kind of repressed it. I never really spoke about it. And my first time publicly speaking about it is to a room of legislators and complete strangers. And, you know, I said what I had to say. I explained that I have a condition where I physically cannot run away, and I need to be my own first responder. I can't run away if somebody's coming after me, and this instance proved it. And one of the senators actually said to me, if you're so scared all the time, why don't you just stay home? Not going to mention what party he was from, but I'm sure you can imagine. And so it really was eye-opening that at every level, this is what we're up against. This is just Arizona State. I actually had the pleasure of going with Women for Gun Rights to Washington, D.C. and meeting with many, many congressional offices, I believe all of which were anti-gun. So this goes from your local communities, county, state, all the way up to federal level. We have a huge fight ahead of us, and there is literally millions of dollars being poured into the opposition. So it is so important that we have all hands on deck in this fight, because if we don't continue this fight, we will lose. And that is a detriment to everybody that values their life, because gun rights are human rights and everybody should have a right to self-defense. If you're interested in joining Women for Gun Rights, you can come and see us at our booth over here, or you can visit womenforgunrights.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.